by a good 5 lengths. First out, veering on the inside, travelling forward around the outside, Bowl front and pushing forward now, Willing with Able. Lloyd's Crown wider out when they settle down. Willing with Able in front now from Lloyd's Crown outside it. 2.5 veering box seating on the inside now of Bowl front. They're 2.5 now in front of Ushku on the inside of Kroner's Deal, settling back about 6th. A couple of lengths into Belar Hill, followed by Chasma Chan, and Rustic Pace has caught them at the 900-metre mark, and the leader is Lloyd's Crown, a length in front of Willing with Able. A length and a half further back, Bowl front is 3 deep around Ushku. Veering back in the middle, 2 to Kroner's Deal. Belar Hill the inside, a length further back, Chasma Chan. Last of all, Rustic Pace at the 600-metre mark. Lloyd's Crown about a half in front of Willing with Able. A length and a half, Bowl front's been working out 3 deep, veering right behind those. Inside him, Ushku, and further back, Kroner's Deal. Belar Hill back to the inside. Further back in the race, then Rustic Pace and Chasma Chan. In the straight, 400 to go. Lloyd's Crown extended 2 lengths in front, but Ushku got out and quickly went up to it on the outside. A length and a half, Willing with Able. Kroner's Deal down the middle is battling only at the moment, followed by Belar Hill. Ushku shot to the front of the 200-metre mark, moved away. 2.5, Belar Hill. Kroner's Deal only struggling from Lloyd's Crown, and then further back in the race, Willing with Able. But Ushku was doing it easily. He's race 3 in front at his home from Belar Hill, and Ushku scores about 4 lengths. Second, Belar Hill, a length away. Third, Kroner's Deal, every chance from Lloyd's Crown. Willing with Able, a gap veering. Then Rustic Pace from Bowl front, and Chasma Chan last of all.
7 the winner there, Ushku. It'll pay $4 and 170. Number 6, Belar Hill to pay $2.40, and 10 Kroner's Deal at $2.10.
7 Ushku to pay on the Super Tab $3.80 and $1.40. 6 Belar Hill $2.10. 10 Kroner's Deal $1.90.
Showing 35 and 8. 11 Jenny Mac 20 and 4. 12 Lord Country 114. And 13 Vankari at 22 and $3.80. Tony, as you heard mentioned, that the favourite...
To release the field, race 1 Queanbeyan on Star City Queanbeyan Cup Day. A big field in the opening race. Now the starter has a look over the line, goes up, they're set. Boxed and ready, gates open. Now Miss Kent and Galba got away well, and Sir Griff is showing speed, and Vankari driving through looking for the lead. Not too far away was Hollywood Lights down towards the inside. Back behind those Happy Grum, Jenny Mac. Getting back was Jock's Bet, followed by Zabolokai. Well back many ways, followed by Lord Country. And Aquapatch last of all on, settling down as they race up towards the 600. And Vankari's the leader, Hollywood Lights down towards the inside. Then Sir Griff and Miss Kent is out 3 wide and on the outside of those. Back behind those Happy Grumpers running on, followed by Jenny Mac. Well back was Jock's Bet. Further back in the field, Galba, followed by Zabolokai. Along break many ways, followed by Lord Country and Aquapatch last of all. Around the turn, 300 metres to go. Sir Griff 3 out as the leader. Hollywood Lights 2 out as running on fairly well. Vankari down towards the inside. And the next one was Miss Kent, followed by Jenny Mac. Inside the 200, though, it's a good 2-horse war. It's Sir Griff on the outside and Hollywood Lights. Miss Kent is running on late now, but Sir Griff reached the lead near the line, and Sir Griff is too good. Draws away on the line. Sir Griff is first, Hollywood Lights second. Miss Kent is third, followed then by Vankari, then Jenny Mac and Happy Grump back behind those Galba. Further back Zabolokai, followed then by Jock's Bet, many ways well back in the field with Lord Country, and the last one home was Aquapatch. Sir Griff, the winner, ridden by Brett Johnson. Number 2, Sir Griff, ridden by Brett Johnson, is the winner, beating number 7 Hollywood Lights and 5 Miss Kent. Sir Griff trained on the track by Amanda Lengler. A chestnut gelding 3 by Sir Dapper out of Griffgalas, raced by PDF Russell, and Miss A. Langler, ridden by Brett Johnson, and as I said, trained on the track by Amanda Langler. Now, number 1 is second, Hollywood Lights. I beg your pardon, number 7, Hollywood Lights second. Hollywood Lights second, ridden by John Scores for Barbara Joseph. And third, number 5, Miss Kent, Brian Callaghan, Scott Seamer. So the numbers on the first, 275 official, and we'll have all the other details in a moment following the running of race 1 at Queanbeyan on Star City Cup Day.
Looking forward to the Cup a bit later on today. Thank you very much to Tony Campbell. Alrighty, let's press on with our late mail to know how much...
They're off and running this time. They came away in a reasonable line. Jumping inward is Mirakesh at the start. Minerva bounded away quickly with further out Card Queen. Behind those, Fleet and Angelic Smile is going to follow them across with Waikiki Princess. We've got a division coming down the grandstand rail here. Brooks Express led now from Turlington. A length and a half Abbas, and last of all on that side on the outside rail, Shamaro. Over on the flat side through the 800 they went, and Minerva being tackled on the outside by moving up Mirakesh. Minerva shifted ground there. 2.5 further back then came Card Queen. On the inside of it, Viva La Diva. Angelic Smile is starting to move forward outside Waikiki Princess, and Fleet last of all. Onto the course proper over on the flat side. Minerva in front but under pressure. Card Queen's gone up to join it with Mirakesh. Viva La Diva got the run up on the fence, and Angelic Smile is starting to join them at the 300 over on the flat side from Waikiki Princess. Down the grandstand rail, they're keeping up fairly well. Brooks Express, Turlington and Abbas, but on the flat side they're in front now. Viva La Diva from Card Queen. Angelic Smile and Fleet running home well. Viva La Diva broke clear on the flat side. Fleet getting home hard, but Viva La Diva a half length to Fleet. 2 away third, Card Queen. Then Angelic Smile from Waikiki Princess. Back to the outside, Turlington first home. From behind it, Abbas. Further back in the race then would have been Shamaro. Well back then, Brooks Express. Back to the inside. Minerva pulling up quickly, and near the tail after racing a little erratically would have been Mirakesh.
11 Viva La Diva, 8:30, 3:10. Fourth Fleet at 3:10. 2 Card Queen, 2:10.
11 Viva La Diva, 8.10, 3.30. 4 Fleet to pay you $3.70, and 2 Card Queen, $1.90. Correct weight the previous at Terang. Openers the next in Sydney, race number 2 at Rose Hill at 1.16. Down the board, 1 Astralink, 7 and 2.50, and Late Mail, 2 out, 3 Pioneers.
At Queanbeyan today, it's a hectic day of racing ahead, of course highlighted by the Group 1 Lightning Stakes at Flemington, and also the Group 2 Blamey Stakes. And of course right here at Queanbeyan this afternoon, the running of the Queanbeyan Cup, that coming up a little later on the program. To more immediate matters, it's the second event and it's fast approaching. So let's take a look through at the market for it. And it sees Gidgee Cole at $3.70, Bubbles of Joy $3.80, the Kingston Mouse $4.70, Poetic Scholar $17, Apollo's Best $8.40, $5 Best of Burgess, Cumpat $48, Hurricane Henry $35. Now to some official dividends through from the second at Terang. 9 Friday at the Bot, $6.80 and $2. Jardiniere $1.80 and Harvey $1.60. The Quinella $12.30. There's your trifecta. Tony Campbell's here for the running of the second at Queanbeyan.
Henry stood in the stalls, missed it by a big space, and Gidgee Cole down towards the inside is showing speed with Bubbles of Joy, followed then by Apollo's Best. Back behind those, the Kingston Mouse and Poetic Scholar. Further back then, Best of Burgess. Getting back to second last was Cumpat, and about 4 or 5 then. Hurricane Henry at the tail of the field. On settling down as they race up towards the 600-metre mark. A good race for the lead. Down towards the inside, Gidgee Cole is sharing the lead with Apollo's Best. A length and a half behind those, settling down well as they race towards the turn. Bubbles of Joy. Then Poetic Scholar, followed by the Kingston Mouse. A further break, Best of Burgess as they swing for home, followed by Cumpat and Hurricane Henry last of all. But around the turn, it's Gidgee Cole down towards the inside, just in front of Apollo's Best. Out wide running on Bubbles of Joy, followed by Poetic Scholar. Back behind those, the Kingston Mouse, but inside the 200. And Gidgee Cole is kicked away, running on fairly well Apollo's Best, Poetic Scholar. And down the outside is Cumpat, but it's Gidgee Cole well clear. And there's no danger to Gidgee Cole. Gidgee Cole, a very impressive winner. Gidgee Cole first. Now close for second, Bubbles of Joy or Cumpat out wide. Then the Kingston Mouse, followed by Best of Burgess. Back behind those, Poetic Scholar, followed further back in the field, Hurricane Henry, and Apollo's Best was last. Too good, the winner, Gidgee Cole, Scott Seamer. Number 1, the winner, Gidgee Cole, written by Scott Seamer. $4.10 for the win on the New South Wales TAB and $1.20. Now, close for the minors, we had Bubbles of Joy, and out wide on the track was Cumpat. But Gidgee Cole resuming today for today's race, trained at Queanbeyan by Brian Callaghan, a brown gelding 3 by Molokai Prince out of Barmy Miss, raced by Miss JR, Mrs EJ and KJ Baker, and a good ride by visiting rider Scott Seamer. Now, 1 is up, but the judge calls for the photo for second. It's very close, Bubbles of Joy or Cumpat on the outside. And the close-up behind those in 4th place was the Kingston Mouse. So the second placing could go either way here. Bubbles of Joy, trained by Barbara Joseph, John Scourse, and Cumpat is trained at Pambula by Barry Fullwood, Lindsay Thompson, and Cumpat is by Bushbird out of Evening Showers. It's 1 and a photo following the running of race 2, which was the Park Royal, Parramatta, and Gidgee Cole. ridden by Scott Seamer. Scott rode a winner here last year. He comes, this is his second year here at Queanbeyan, and he'll go away a very happy jockey at the end of the day. Still no sign of the minor numbers. I'll send those down the line as soon as they become available.
Thank you. Look forward to getting those results through officially in a short while. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Joe McKinnon here to take you through Sky Race Day, and a very busy afternoon of racing it is too, as I mentioned just earlier, of course, highlighted by the running of the Group 1 Lightning Stakes at Flemington. Also the running of the Queanbeyan Cup a little later this afternoon. Plenty to look forward to, and we've got to get straight down to business here because we have the first at the Sunshine Coast fast approaching. In fact, it's only 1:07. We'll bring you approximates on that as soon as they come through. In the meantime, they are moving in for this preparation. Won his last 2 in Sydney and will be hard to beat, according to punters. Others in the market, number 2, Zuccarino at $4.10, $5.60 Gold Guru, that champion horse last autumn. And the others in the market, Loafer at $5.40. There's been some money for him. He has been in terrific form of late. Okay, they're all set. Here's Greg Marr.
Ray bounce quickly with Video Fan. Zuccarino travelling forward around the outside. Gold Guru went back after the start and settles near the tail with Simply True. When they settle down, Zuccarino, the grey, is going to take it up. Led now from another grey now, Royal Blue, and further back in the race then came Kabilla. Now he's out 3 deep, and Oliver will press on for the front now on Kabilla. It goes around the outside of Royal Blue, Zuccarino, and Loafer's travelling forward also at the 1200 metre mark. Loafer's gone up to Kabilla on the inside. 2 lengths further back, Zuccarino, Royal Blue. 2 further back, Thackeray on the outside of Prime Address. 3 to Video Fan, Simply True, and 4 lengths to Gold Guru last of all, and he's 15 off the front. As Loafer, the rider, having trouble holding him. Loafer, he broke clear about 4 lengths in front now from Kabilla, a length further back than Royal Blue. 1 Zuccarino 4th, a length then Thackeray 5th, 2 further back Prime Address. Simply True hard ridden, followed by Video Fan, and 3 lengths last of all. He can't keep up at the moment, Gold Guru. Loafer came to the turn and he's got a big lead, Loafer. He's about 5 lengths in front when they turn from Kabilla and Royal Blue. Behind them, the grey Zuccarino. Thackeray to the outside, and the cerise colour starting to work home. In the straight, they race 400 metres to go. Loafer led 3.5 Thackeray. Kabilla struggling. Zuccarino back on the fence, and then Prime Address as they come down inside the 300 metre mark. Gold Guru still tailed off. Thackeray's got Loafer at the 200 metre mark. He hit the front now, the fave. Then Zuccarino running on fairly with Prime Address. Thackeray a length in front at the 100. Prime Address trying to pick him back from Zuccarino. Thackeray finds enough, comes away, and Thackeray 1.5 Prime Address. A length away, 3rd Zuccarino. A gap then Royal Blue. Further back Loafer went hard. Video Fan followed by Kabilla. Then Simply True, and 8 lengths last of all. Something obviously amiss with the champion 3-year-old of his time, Gold Guru. It's sad to see him run tailed off.
Certainly is. Number 7, Thackeray, 320, 140. 3 Prime Address, 390. 2 Zuccarino, 160.
7 Thackeray, 330, 150. 3 Prime Address to pay $3.60. 2 Zuccarino, $1.60. Race number 1 at Sunshine Coast, 2142 was the winner. Kawai's Heart, $3, $1.80. 1 Blue Jet, $1.10. 4 Belly 1 to no third. Quinella, $1.60. Trifecta, 13.
Coming up in race 7, it's number 8, Power Factor. Brent Stanley has that mount. Now they're behind the barriers. In fact, there are already several moved in and the light is flashing. So we'd better cross to our caller, Ron Hawkswell.
Moving in well here. Thank you, Joe. Now, Go Joy goes up. A Rapley in line, so too is the Prune and Just Bluffing. Good crowd here. Now they're moving in well over at the 1460, waiting on Garland Town Moon and Irish Maple. Go Joy's the favourite, solid on the New South Wales TAB, 231.10. Second pick, Delmara, 490. And 570 for the Prune, who should give the backers a good run for their money. Now waiting on Garland Town Moon to move along. A Rapley down towards the inside stands up with the Prune. Just Bluffing in the centre, Go Joy stands up. Now the line is just about set. Just waiting on Delmara. It looks like the one out. Delmara led up. Now Delmara goes in for the 3rd event of the day, the Carlton and United Breweries Class 6 plate. They're under starters' orders. 1460 metres the journey. Go Joy's the favourite. Now the starter goes up. They're set. They're away. Now down towards the inside of Rapley, ridden hard as the leader when they hit the ground, followed by Just Bluffing and the Prune. Further back behind those, Delmara going up wide, then Irish Maple, followed by Garlandtown Moon. Getting back, Joe Goy, second last, Go Joy, and about 4 at the tail of the field was Positive Flyer. Settling down, racing down the back with about 1100 to go. There's a fair turn of speed on. The leader Just Bluffing, followed by Delmara, moving to second. A half a length off third, down towards the inside of Rapley, followed by Garlandtown Moon. Then the Prune on the inside of Irish Maple, followed by Go Joy second last, and a length and a half then Positive Flyer at the tail of the field. In the back stretches, they've got a bit over 800 metres to go. Little change in the order where the leader was Just Bluffing, a long neck in front of, on the outside, Delmara. Further back behind those on the inside was a Rapley, followed then by Irish Maple and Garlandtown Moon. Getting back past centre field was the Prune, followed by Go Joy on the outside, and about a length and 3/4 then Positive Flyer last of all. As they race up towards the turn, a bit over 400 metres to go. Just Bluffing is joined by Delmara on the outside. Ridden hard, Rapley is third. Go Joy racing around the field, followed by Irish Maple, then the Prune and Garlandtown Moon, and Positive Flyer last in the straight, racing down to the 200. And Delmara race to the lead out wide. Go Joy is running on. Further back behind those in the field, Irish Maple. It's Delmara, the leader. Go Joy tries hard on the outside. They're drawing clear. It's Delmara taken on by Go Joy. Here's Go Joy. Yes, Go Joy. Go Joy, too good, has beaten Delmara. Third, Irish Maple, followed by the Prune, then Positive Flyer. Back behind those, Garlandtown Moon, then Just Bluffing, and the last one across the line was a Rapley.
7 Go Joy, 210 and 140. 4 Delmara, 150. Irish Maple, $6.40. Updating the Sunshine Coast, race 2, and it's coming up in around 3 minutes' time, and it seems the rain has held off for this. Muharab is at 210, 270 Selena, 10's Fear Lock, Reconsider 21, 15 Rally.
Off and running this time. Whalen on the inside and Save Time bounce quickly.
248 Wogga.
Briglia after the start with a stablemate Rose of Talic. Good race for the front, Wisteria Walk, and also on the outside up over Girl is going forward, and pushing forward now is Wisteria Walk on the inside and Fontaneva. Fontaneva, Wisteria Walk just in front of up over Girl Whalen. Musical Chimes and Sly Sandra deep around the outside from Save Time. Then Perforate as they bunch up, and further back in the race then came over along the inside Clinker, followed by Briglia. Rose of Talic and Rules Galore went back to the tail at the 1400 metre mark, and Sly Sandra worked around the outside, took up the lead now from Up Over Girl and Fontaneva outside it. Fontaneva now second. Up Over Girl is a neck away third, a length and a half. Perforate quickly got up fourth. Wisteria Walk is fifth on the inside of it, 2 lengths further back Wayland. Musical Chimes outside it, about 3 lengths further back then came Save Time, racing on the inside of Now As the Hour as they come down the side. They're followed by Briglia, a length and a half. Rules Galore, Rose of Talic, Clinker last of all, 1,000 out. Sly Sandra in front, led by a length and a half now to Fontaneva. 2 further back than Up Over Girl on the inside there, a Perforate fourth. 1.5 further back, Wisteria Walk, followed by Musical Chimes. Briglia is starting to make some ground around the outside, a length further back in the race. Now As the Hour, Rose of Talic taking off, followed by Rules Galore, Wayland. Second last in the race near the turn, Save Time, and dropping to the tail now is Clinker as they come to the home turn with about 550 metres to go. Sly Sandra from Fontaneva. Perforate has travelled OK up third on the outside in the red cap. Behind those Up Over Girl, but hard at it, followed further back in the race by Musical Chimes. Then to the inside, Wayland down at the 350. Perforate is quickly racing to Sly Sandra now. They're 2 in front of Musical Chimes, followed further back by Fontaneva. Then Rules Galore, and back behind those Now As the Hour. Perforate after Sly Sandra has got a bit of a kick. Sly Sandra a neck in front. Perforate trying to pick it up to Musical Chimes. Sly Sandra's found a bit, gets a kick on, gets a length in front of Perforate, and Sly Sandra comes on to win a length and a quarter. 2 Perforate, almost a dead heat third. Rules Galore or Musical Chimes. Then Clinker out deep. Further back Now As the Hour. They got right away from Save Time, Fontaneva. Then Wayland. Further back Up Over Girl, followed by Wisteria Walk, and the stablemates near the tail are Briglia and Rose of Talic.
And winner 4 Sly Sandra, $11.33. 3 Perforate, $1.90. Either 2 Musical Chimes at $2.50 or 5 Rules Galore, $3.30.
4 Sly Sandra, $13.30, $3.70. 3 Perforate, $1.80. Those for third, 5 Rules Galore, $2.90, or 2 Musical Chimes, $2.40. Queanbeyan update on the Super Tab. 1 My Orion 34.10, 2 Chimes Lad 39 and 18, 3 Beach Wave 45 and 9, 4 Regal Sunai 432.40, 5 Spun Gold Late Mail and Favourite $2.70 $1, 6 Fleece 10 3.70, 7 Gently Brave 14 and 4, 8 Opera Fair 9.70 3.20, 9 out, 10 Cool Jester 69.22, 11 Greatness 22 and 8, 12 Kimbo Time 14 4.60, 13 Niccolo Dancer 29 and 7, 14 is Show Defiance 26 and 7, 15 Count Covered 27 and 8, 16 17 18 scratched. The win pool there is 5,000 selections 5 4 6. They are moving up. Now dead heat for third at Flemington between numbers 2 and 5. So it's 4 Sly Sandra, 3 Perforate, dead heat for third between 2 Musical Chimes and 5 Rules Galore. Totes. Third, Warwick Nabil 8 11 10 8 was the winner. Polo Royale 5.90.
5. So placings are 4, 3 and a dead heat between 2 and 5 for third. So a dead heat for third on the 4th at Flemington. Just repeating those numbers for you. They are 4, 3 and the dead heat numbers 2 and 5 for third. Now to official dividends at Terang on the 4th. Miss Rushdale $5.90 and 1.70. Cash Point $2.10. Janufa $8. $38 even. The Quinella and the Trifecta $1,544. Nick Robin's special bobs up at the Sunshine Coast in the 3rd. That's Gentle Rain and Michael Cale aboard. Here's a look at what it's doing in the market. Well, it's the even money favourite. Lima Jewel 10, as is Miss Lucianne. $5.75 Tong Faloo, Saintly Power $9.60, $8.05 Miss Nadeem, Bedazzling $10. Now to some tips from Paul Dolan. They are 1 Gentle Rain. He is concurring with Nick Robin's thoughts. 5 Tong Faloo and 2 Lima Jewel. 1, 5 and 2 Paul Dolan's tips on the 3rd at the Sunshine Coast. Coming up shortly. Now back to Queanbeyan, where it seems there's just a couple more to move up, and the favourite is number 4 Regal Sunni here at $2.60. Spun Gold's eased to $3.10. There's been some support for number 8 Opera Fair. The others just not wanted in betting. Time now for the call of race 4 from Tony Campbell.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. Welcome back to Queanbeyan. Moving in well, waiting on Cool Jester to move along. Good late support on the tote. Regal Sunni $2.70. Spun Gold at $3.20. They're the two the punters want mostly on the TAB. $2.60 now. Now Show Defiance goes up. Big field here. Now the line is just about set. Just waiting on Cool Jester to move along. Gently Brave. Count Covered stands up towards the outside. Beach Wave. Greatness. Now they're all in. Niccolo Dancer, the inside runner. This is race 4. The Canberra Toyota Maiden handicap. A big field over the 1460. In the barrier stall, starter goes up. They're set. They're off. Now Niccolo Dancer down towards the inside, and Opera Fair and Spun Gold and Kimbo Time got away well. And also Regal Sunni in that group, followed by Show Defiance. Getting back on, settling down there was Beach Wave. But as they sort themselves out and race towards the back, they've got about 1,200 to go. And it's the two favourites out in front. Spun Gold on the inside shares the lead with Regal Sunni. They're going Helter Skelter, followed by Kimbo Time. Down towards the inside, Opera Fair, followed by Greatness. Back behind those, Beach Wave. Further back then, Show Defiance, followed further back to Chimes Lad and Count Covered. A break past centre field, then Maya Ryan, Niccolo Dancer, followed by Cool Jester, and Fleece at the tail of the field. In the backstretch, they've got about 750 metres to go, and Gently Brave moved up on the outside of Spun Gold. Now the rider of Regal Sunni eased back to third, followed then by Beach Wave out wide. Down towards the inside, Opera Fair is getting a good run. Further back to Kimbo Time. In behind those, racing up the side towards the turn, Show Defiance. On its outside, Chimes Lad. Further back behind those, Count Covered. Maya Ryan losing ground, followed by Fleece running on fairly well, and well back behind those Greatness, but around the turn, 350 to go, and Spun Gold on the inside is still the leader, running on well out wide, Regal Sunni, dropping off behind those then, Gently Brave, followed by Opera Fair, and the next one was Kimbo Time, but it's the two favourites, Spun Gold taken on by Regal Sunni. They're racing away. Regal Sunni hit the lead inside the final 100 and marked them out with hands and heels, and Regal Sunni too good. Regal Sunni beat Spun Gold, Opera Fair third, followed by Fleece who ran on. Then Kimbo Time out wide, Cool Jester, followed then by Gently Brave and Chimes Lad Count Covet. Further back in the field, Show Defiance, followed then by Maya Ryan, Nicola Dancer, Greatness and Beach Wave last.
Regal Sunni 260 and 170, Spun Gold 160, Opera Fair 220, 4, 5 and 8, the numbers in that order on the 4th at Queanbeyan. Now updating the Sunshine Coast Race 3 due in 3. Gentle rain afternoon after getting a knock on the or bump on the face by Natoir in the mounting yard a short time ago. Now Show No Emotion is the interesting market mover here. He's eased out to $5.10, opened up as the favourite, but as I just mentioned a short time ago, has been overtaken by the very smart filly from the Peter Hayes stable, Iska, for favouritism. Others in the betting, 1 Toledo at $8.70 and Theatre rock solid there at $6.50. We're getting close to a start at Queanbeyan. Just one more runner to come up by the looks of it, though they are backing one out. That is number 11. Silk Wahine, that is. So we could expect a slight delay here. They're having a bit of trouble loading a couple of the runners into the barriers here. We'll bring you pictures then from Flemington in the meantime. There they are, preparing to move in for the Group 1 Lightning Stakes. And what a wonderful day it looks to be at Flemington today. Sun is shining, the track upgraded to good. True racing there today, and this promises to be the highlight of the weekend, if not the month in racing, and racing certainly hotting up over the next couple of weeks as we head towards the Autumn Racing Carnival in both Melbourne and Sydney. We're 5 minutes past official start time for this event. The reason, Jim Cassidy getting a knock on the face by Natoir in the mounting yard. They've had to change saddles and riders for Natoir, hence the delay here. There on your screen now is number 1 Toledo, who raced at Sha Tin in Hong Kong last time, and that was in a Group 2 Hong Kong International race, and he was beaten by just under 6 lengths by Jim and Tonic. Has had 8 weeks break and comes into this race as one of the well-fancied runners. Very impressive sprinter. They're about to jump at Queanbeyan. Here's your caller, Tony Campbell.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. Please note a late scratching here, 9 Bright Worker, 258 by the stewards acting on veterinary advice. 9 Bright Worker, late scratching this race. And away they go, a good level start down towards the inside, Rising Venue, and Rum's Legend got away well. Oriata showing speed, and so too is Silk Wahine. Further out, Town Dynasty, there must be a prize to lead early here. And Monet's Talent is going around the field. Many changes early as they settle down and race.